What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And this video is for all the people that don't want to see this face. Yes, I know majority of you do. You love this Physiogog, but for a lot of comments, and rightly so, asking to see more of the phone. So this video is for you. I, after speaking to you now, will not show you my face again. Not even at the end. I'm going to tell you all the specs of the hardware, internals, cameras, everything. I'm going to give you this how the speakers sound. I'm going to show you some photos, samples from the 3 4K lenses on the back. Everything you've asked for in one relatively short video. The one thing I ask though, because you're not going to see me again, please smash subscribe if you haven't already. 77% of my last video, which is now at 6,000 views, thank you very much, 77% are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content, smash subscribe and the like button. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to ask you for. So, without further ado, let's show you the phone. Now, by now, you'll know, I don't need to tell you, this is the world's thinnest and lightest ever foldable device. That's large foldable, obviously not a flip. This comes in at a whopping 9.9 millimeters folded. If you've got an iPhone in your pocket, take it out. This phone is essentially almost exactly the same width as your iPhone or Samsung S23 Ultra or any other slab phone device in your pocket. Now unfolded, which your candy bar phones can't do, it's 4.7 millimeters. It weighs 231 grams or 237 grams depending on if you go for the vegan leather or the glossy back version. It's got a dual nano SIM card that supports 5G, and the outer and inner screen support a stylus. However, the stylus has to be the Honor's own proprietary one, which you'll be able to pick up for around about $100. Now, in designing the world's thinnest and lightest phone, Honor could have scrimped and saved in other areas. I can tell you, through my real life experience, every element of this phone's hardware is A++. None more so than the outer 6.4-inch 120Hz LTPO OLED 1 billion coloured 2500 nit HDR10 Plus display. One of the best displays I have ever seen on any device, let alone a foldable. 2500 nits. Now you can see from this photo, this is in direct sunlight and everything is legible. And sticking with displays, the LTPO OLED 1 billion colours 120Hz HDR10 Plus action doesn't stop when you unfold the device. Yes, the nits go down to 1600, but until the Samsung Z Fold 5 is released, this is the brightest inner foldable display in the world. 1600 nits. Again, you can see the slight difference if you went back, skipped back a few seconds to the outer. There is definitely a drop in brightness in direct sunlight, but still, as you can see from this image, everything is completely legible. For anybody that hasn't owned a foldable device, or if you do own a foldable device, such as the Pixel Fold, good luck trying to read the inner display in direct sunlight. Now, when you're consuming that content on these fantastic displays, you may want to use the inbuilt speakers. Well, here's what they sound like. So you can cast your own conclusions listening to a recording of speakers through a YouTube video, but I can tell you, and you'll just have to believe me, in real life, these are the best speakers on any foldable device. If they're not the best, they're on a par with the Huawei Mate X3. Absolutely phenomenal. High tones, percussions, bass, everything sounds fantastic. And of course, if you don't want to listen to the built-in speakers, connect your Bluetooth headphones using Bluetooth 5.3. Now, obviously, other hardware features on the device are the cameras. As mentioned, Honor have not scrimped when it comes to their camera technology. The wide and ultra-wide have been lifted straight from the Honor Magic 5 Pro, and if you haven't already checked out my Honor Magic 5 Pro review or camera comparison, the links to that video or those videos will be in the description. To recap, the wide lens is 50 megapixels at f/1/9. It's got laser autofocus. It's got laser autofocus and optical image stabilization. This is also a 50 megapixel f/2.0 with autofocus. No optical image stabilization on this one. And the last lens on the rear is a 20 megapixel f/2/4 telephoto zoom with autofocus, 2.5 optical zoom lens with 20x hybrid, and optical image stabilization. All three lenses shoot 4K on the rear, and as a rarity for Chinese smartphones, the selfie camera, which is 20 megapixels, also shoots 4K videos. Now we've talked about all the hardware aspects. You can make your own conclusion as to how I feel about them, but spoiler alert, I am absolutely blown away with all the hardware on this device. Now we have to talk about the internals. So internally, this is a Chinese ROM device. The global release will be out the first week of September. However, if you're looking to save some money, you can pick up the Chinese ROM version from WONDA, Blue IO, Trading Shenzhen. Pick whichever one you like. I'm relatively biased because I use WONDA most, but trust me, they are the quickest at delivering, and every time I've ordered a device, it's been immaculate. So, internally, it has Android 13 with Magic OS 7.2 skin on top. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 on the 4nm processor, and it's got the Adreno 740 GPU. Now, as Flossie would say, flagship specs, bro, flagship specs. But it really is important to note that this is another area where Honor have gone for the best, the biggest and best they could get. It's actually a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 advanced chip, so it's overclocked to the typical 8 Gen 2. Think of it as an 8 Plus Gen 2. As mentioned, it's a Chinese ROM. You can install Gbox and Gspace, which gives you access to the full Google Play Store. My device has all Google apps apart from Google Pay. So, hopefully that's given you everything you've wanted. As always, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will respond. It is an absolutely miserable day here in Scotland, so you weren't going to get me out of the house to record any outdoor intros or anything. Listen, as always, thank you for the support, and until next time, I'm holding up the peace symbol, by the way. I promised I wouldn't show you my face again. Take care.